Alright guys, welcome back. We are doing everything you need to know about Tradeify today. So Tradeify just released some new accounts. We're gonna go over that today. We're gonna go over the whole prop firm today. They're doing 30% off, as you can see up here, 30% off on all their accounts and 40% off their new accounts here. So we're gonna go over that, everything you need to know, and what I would do personally. So let's go over it. So on Tradeify's new website, you have the growth account. This is not new. This is the same thing they've had for a while. The growth account is pretty much just a 1 day to pass evaluation with no activation fee. So you have a 3,000 profit target. You have your 2,000 end of day drawdown. You have your daily loss limit, no consistency rule in the eval, and again, no activation fee. And then when you get funded, you get a payout every 5 days, 35% consistency rule. So basically all that means is whatever your total profit is on your account, you can't have a single day that you made 35% or more than 35% of that total profit. Okay. Still the daily loss limit and the end of day drawdown. So same deal there. Now let's go over the new select accounts. So this is pretty cool. They give you an option here. So this is probably the easiest eval to pass in the space. Okay, so you have a $2,500 profit target on this eval, $2,000 end of day drawdown, no daily loss limit. Consistency rule is 40%, so it's basically a 3 day to pass evaluation. So again, you just can't make more than 40% of your total profit in a single day. Okay. Reset fee $95, no activation fee. So again, you're all in $95 here on this evaluation, and no activation fee. So eval pretty easy to pass, considering $500 less than pretty much every other firm for 50K account. And then you have two options. So after you pass the eval, you can choose two paths: daily or flex. Daily gets you daily payouts if you are above the buffer. I believe the buffer they said was $2,100. So if you're above that buffer, you can take a daily payout of up to $1,000. But you have to, again, I believe, be above that buffer. Okay, so if you made $1,000 on day one, you can't just take out $1,000. You have to be above that buffer to do so. No consistency rule. You do have a daily loss limit of 1,000 and a max drawdown end of day of $2,000. The one I would probably go for personally is the flex, which has a max payout of $3,000, and you get a payout every 5 days. So unless you plan on making $1,000 a day or something like that, I would probably just go for the flex. So again, the flex, you can get a payout every 5 days, max payout of $3,000, and you can take out 50% of your balance. So it's the same as Top Step. So if you had, let's just say in 5 days you got to 4K in profit, you could take a 2K payout and you'd still be left with some buffer on that account, right? No consistency rule. You have no daily loss limit, which I like the no daily loss limits. And again, the 2,000 end of day drawdown. So the flex, just think of it pretty much the same as Top Step. Okay. Same exact thing as Top Step there, where you can get the payout every 5 days. And I have here on my screen as well. Let me pull this up. Let me change this to the Discord here. Okay. So we have, again, here is the select plan. You have the daily payouts here. Buffer, your balance must reach above the buffer to request a payout. So you have to have more than $2,100 in your account to take out $1,000 payout. Okay. And again, end of day drawdown here of 2,000, payout frequency daily. And then here's the buffers on 100K is $2,600, and then at 150K is $3,600. With those payouts increasing as well daily with a 90-10 split there. And then you have 5 payouts and live with up to 5 accounts. So if you have live accounts, I'm pretty sure they're changing it to you can have 5 live accounts. So they're not actually losing out if you move live either, which is nice. And then the flex here, you have to collect 5 winning days It says in parentheses, each 250 plus profit. I believe that's for the 150K. So a winning day for the 50K would be the same as Top Step at $150. So for you to count as 5 winning days, you need to just have 5 winning days of $150 or more. And then you can withdraw up to 50% of your profits, capped at the maximum payout. So I don't even think there is a buffer here. So if you're up $1,000 on your account and you want to take out a $500 payout, you could. So flex is probably what I would go for. And you can still get chunky payouts as well. If you have five 50K accounts and you trade for 5 days, and let's just say you make 6,000 in a week, okay, you could take out a 3K payout on each account. That's 15 grand in a week, and you still have a lot of room, right? So that's probably the one I would go for, is the flex. If you do more, a lot of scalping, you shoot for, quick, like couple $100 days. You don't shoot, or maybe you have a good risk to reward strategy. Daily payouts might be fine. If you have a worse risk reward, you're going to want to avoid the daily loss limit and probably go for the flex. But again, funding in 3 days, so it's not 1 day to pass or anything. But again, 2,500 profit target is the easiest by far that I've seen. So pretty good there. And again, no activation fees, 40% off there. And that's the main thing there. Okay. That is the main deal. And then of course you have your Lightning funded accounts here, which is just your instant funding. So you can get a 50K account instantly funded and start working towards those payouts for 350, which you could buy, 3 of these, new accounts, almost 3.5 for the price of 1 instant funding. So if you want to take some time and just pass those evals, you're going to save yourself a lot of money doing so. If you trade heavy and you trade big, going for those instant funding might not be bad, but you also have the daily loss limit and the consistency rule on the instant funding, where on the select, on the flex, there's no consistency, no daily loss limit. So those are probably the best accounts in my opinion. The flex accounts with the new select, probably the best in my personal opinion. So hope you guys enjoyed. Give you a little rundown of the new Tradeify accounts. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Hopefully I got everything right. If not, let me know, because I'm not professional at, this just came out. So if you guys find something out that I didn't mention, let me know. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.